Well, it's time for this week's episode of This Week in Wine Country, sponsored by the Finger Lakes Wine Country. This week, WENY's Cody Carlson visited Finger Lakes Distilling on the east side of Seneca Lake.
Hey there everyone, welcome to this week's edition of This Week in Wine Country, sponsored by the Finger Lakes Wine Country. I'm joined by Lori Poland as always. Lori, nice to see you again.
It's great to see you and happy February.
It's already February, I can't believe it.
We did it.
We're flying by.
We are flying by, and you know, every week I bring you something special. And typically it's wine, because we're Finger Lakes Wine Country.
We're doing something a little different though
Yeah.
this week.
This week we are at Finger Lakes Distilling. And normally our glasses are a little bigger and they've got wine or beer in them. This time it's a rye whiskey. This is their signature spirit
Absolutely.
here at Finger Lakes Distilling, and we encourage you to come up and try this yourself. And I know you're going to hear a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll tell you a little more in just a second, but first, Lori, what's going on this week in Wine Country?
You know, people say in the winter there's nothing to do. You're crazy. There's a lot to do. I have so much to talk to you about. This whole month, each one of our wine trails is having some of their signature events. So make sure you go on fingerlakeswinecountry.com or WENY to find out about the wine trail events. But there's a big event next Saturday. It's February 11th, and this is a beer and wine pairing dinner at Wagner Vineyards. It's at the Ginny Lee Cafe, and it is $65 per person. There's a discounted price for couples. That's where you want to go to celebrate Valentine's Day.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Absolutely. So make sure you go and get your reservations. It's actually the day after my birthday, so that's where I will be at Wagner
Well,
Vineyards.
happy early birthday, Lori.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
All right, cheers, and let's talk a little bit more about Finger Lakes Distilling. All right, I'm joined by Jared now. He is a production manager and head distiller here at Finger Lakes Distilling. Jared, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
You know, we're usually at a winery or brewery. This is the first time we're at a distillery, so just tell me a little bit about the distillery, what makes it different, what you guys offer, things like that.
Sure. So Finger Lakes Distilling has been here for quite some time. We're fairly old for a craft distillery. We're a New York State farm distillery, which means we use pretty much all local ingredients. At least 75% of all of our products are New York State grown ingredients. We've been making spirits since 2008. We make a wide range of things. We make about 19 different products right now: whiskeys, vodka, gin, grappa. This is a great place to come and enjoy a nice cold afternoon, come warm up with some spirits.
Great. Is it kind of different than, I guess, the services? Is it different than a winery or brewery? Kind of like the same?
You know, you're going to get the tasting room experience, which you would see in a winery, but clearly the things that you're tasting are very, very different. You can actually see the process happening behind us here now. So when you come to the tasting room, you can look around, you can see where everything's made, you can look at the stills. We've got 2 large stills right behind you. We actually just bought a 3rd very small still to do some experimental batches with. So we're pretty busy around here making all those different products.
Right. Well, you got a great title. What is the best part? What is your favorite part about your job?
It's hard to be grumpy when you go to work in the morning to make whiskey. I mean, it's just fantastic.
Absolutely.
Start the day off by getting the still fired up, make some whiskey, mash some whiskey. It's fantastic.
Great. And if people want to come check you out, where are you located? Maybe some hours?
Sure. So we're at 4676 New York State Route 414 up in Burdett, so just north of Watkins Glen on the east side of Seneca Lake. The tasting room opens at 11 o'clock. We run about till 5. Sometimes we'll keep it open a little later if you're sticking around here.
Of course.
We've got all sorts of things going on. On the weekends, we have a Bloody Mary bar, so all different things to come up here and try. $3 for 3 tastes. So come on up.
Very interesting, Jared. Thank you so much. And for a list of events happening this week in Wine Country, or for more information about Finger Lakes Distilling, you can head to our website, WENY.com, shortly after the show.